Christian Academy, the home of the Conquerors. Today's ball game, the Trinity Christian Academy varsity Conquerors, they're taking on Westminster Christian Academy, coming all the way up from Miami, Florida. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, working the camera as always. And the reason for the delay in this afternoon's ball game, there were two other ball games on this field beginning at 10 a.m. this morning. Those games are part of the 2017 Ben Watkins Tournament of Champions. Just ending about an hour or so ago, Bishop Verot defeated Berkeley Prep 12-0 in 5 innings. And earlier this morning, the team Conquerors are about to face Westminster Christian. They won their ball game as well. They defeated Bishop Verot 11-4. Last night, Westminster fell 3-1 to one of Trinity Christian's big rivals here in Jacksonville, the Providence Stallions. That game was last night, where the other half of this classic tournament is taking place over on Jacksonville's south side. The Conquerors ready to take on Westminster Christian Academy. Still going to be a few more minutes as the players have finished their warm-ups, waiting on the officiating crew to make its way back onto the field. Coming into today's ball game, the Conquerors, after last night's loss 7-6 to Calvary Christian Academy, 5-2 on the season officially during the regular season, that is 6-3 overall, including the preseason. They've yet to play a District 2 game in Class 4A. The district features Trinity Christian, Interlochen, Bishop Snyder Catholic School, Providence, Andrew Jackson High School, and Duval Charter School. Meanwhile, Westminster comes into today's ball game with a record of 8 wins and 3 losses, counting every game that they have played. 4-0 in their district, which is Class 4A District 8. That includes Westminster, Everglades Prep, Florida Christian, Palmer Trinity, Coral Shores, Somerset Academy Silver Palms, and Ransom Everglades down in the Miami area, Miami-Dade County. So you see, as you look to the sides, the Conquerors, they're getting ready, finishing up their pregame discussion, and there is the Westminster bunch as well. 3 o'clock scheduled start time. It's going to be a little bit closer to 4, but in the meantime, we have some good news from earlier today as the Trinity Christian Academy Junior Varsity Conquerors defeated Calvary by a score of 6-3. The Conquerors got 5 runs in the second inning. Anthony Bucci walked with the bases loaded. Jude Smith had a sacrifice fly to center. Sebastian Moore, RBI single. Fred Davis reached on an error which allowed Bucci to score, and that gave the Conquerors a 5-0 lead. They went on to win that ball game 6-3. Calvary came back with 2 runs in their half of the 4th inning. Trinity put up run number 6 in the 6th inning when Anthony Bucci singled on a line drive, scoring Dylan Seekbert. And then Calvary came back with a run in the bottom of the 4th as well. They scored 3 in that inning. And the final score, Trinity Christian Academy 6 and Calvary Christian 3. So now you see Coach Gil Morales on the field talking things over with the umpire crew. And the head coach for Westminster, Mr. Emil Castellanos, which means we're just a couple of minutes away. Mr. David Seekbert is ready on the sidelines. We'll throw it over to him as this ball game gets underway. He'll lead us off in prayer, play our national anthem, and we may be hearing from Mr. Chris Parsons talking about his Believe Foundation, which is set up to help raise awareness and funds to battle childhood cancer. And the Parson family and Trinity Christian Academy, as well as Jacksonville's University Christian School, have teamed up, and they play ball games throughout the year to help raise money for the Believe Foundation. Carolina Parson, a survivor of brain cancer tumors, and she's just a young lady of age 10. But the Lord is using her to bring awareness to the world about this terrible disease. And over here at the ballpark, if you're able to make it on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon, we invite you to come by 800 Hammond Boulevard. You can see the Believe Foundation tent with souvenirs, t-shirts, and sweaters for sale. And every bit of that proceed goes to the Believe Foundation. And of course, they will take a personal donation, tax deductible as well. As we said, Trinity Christian and Westminster getting ready to take the field. The Warriors making their way up from Miami, Florida. Last night, Trinity Christian fell 7-6 to Calvary Christian. Conquerors had a 6-0 lead, but Calvary put 7 runs on the board in the bottom of the 6th, held on to win that ball game. We'll go ahead and bring you the starting lineups. We'll start with our visitors, the Warriors of Westminster. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 7, Anthony Villar. Batting second is the catcher, number 2, MJ Melendez. Batting third at first base, number 21, Luis Aviles. Cleanup hitter, number 4, Dylan Clunan. He's in center field. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 16, Danny Perez. Batting sixth, in left field, number 22, Max Pinto. Batting seventh, the pitcher and the designated hitter, number 31, Bruno Ghezzolini. Batting eighth at second base, number 14, Jaden Melendez. And batting ninth, number 9, Nicky Perez. Right now, we're going to turn it over to David Siegbert as he introduces the players to the crowd on hand, and we'll have prayer national anthem and get ready for the ball game.
Batting third, number 21, first baseman, Luis Aviles. Batting cleanup for the Warriors, number 4, center fielder, Dylan Clunan. Batting fifth, number 16, in catching, Danny Perez. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 22, Max Pinto. Batting seventh, number 31, the designated hitter, Bruno Ghezzolini. Batting eighth, number 14, playing second base, Jaden Melendez. Rounding up the lineup for the Warriors in the ninth spot, number 9, right fielder, Nicky Perez. Pitching for the Warriors today will be number 24, Jamar Fairweather. And now for your Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors. Leading off the game today, number 7, playing center field, Chad Ragland. Batting second, number 9, playing shortstop, Austin Martin. Batting third for the Conquerors, number 18, playing first base, Dylan Simmons. In the fourth spot for the Conquerors, second baseman, number 22, Tyler Eisenberg. In the designated hitter spot, number 15, batting fifth, Logan Nugent. Batting sixth, number 4, playing right field, Keelan Washington. Batting seventh for the Conquerors and catching today, K.C. Eisenberg. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 2, Brian Muniz. In the ninth spot for the Conquerors, playing left field today, number 26, Christian Nobles. On the mound today for the Conquerors, number 19, Dalton Terrell. The Tournament of Champions this weekend is bringing attention to child cancer awareness. Here is Tabitha Parson, co-founder of the Believe Foundation, and her husband, Chris Parson, to introduce our special guest lineup and pray to open our game today.
Carolina Parson is 10 years old. Carolina was diagnosed at the age of 7 with medulloblastoma, a malignant brain tumor. After a successful 11-hour surgery to remove the tumor, she underwent 30 rounds of proton therapy treatment and 7 rounds of intensive chemotherapy. Although she continues to deal with the after effects of her diagnosis and treatment, we rejoice that she is thriving today. Carolina has been cancer-free for 2 years. Today we want to remember Aaliyah Mitchell. Aaliyah Miranda Mitchell, Sunrise, September 11, 2004, was diagnosed with metastatic Ewing sarcoma on August 15, 2013, at the age of 8. Upon diagnosis, scans showed a large baseball-sized tumor wrapped around her left pelvis and 7 small tumors in her lungs. Aaliyah endured 17 rounds of intensive chemotherapy and 31 rounds of proton therapy, which was completed April 2014. 2 months later, scans showed a new tumor in her lungs. Aaliyah had surgery in hopes of removing it and began a relapsed protocol. Unfortunately, after 3 separate medical trials, Aaliyah's cancer continued to progress. She was placed in hospice care Christmas Eve of 2014. On January 24, 2015, Aaliyah was flown to MD Anderson in Houston for a second opinion in hopes of saving her life. Sadly, she passed away in her mother's arms on the flight home. Sunset, January 28, 2015.
I want to thank Gil for allowing us to be a part of this Tournament of Champions and honoring Ben last night, and to allow us to bring awareness to childhood cancer and how it affects families. When Carolina woke up from her surgery, we had to explain to her what had happened. She had a lot of questions. And I'll never forget it. She looked at me and she asked me, "Daddy, why did God choose me to have a brain tumor?" And at the moment, I really didn't know what to tell her. I kind of stumbled around. I looked at Tabitha. She really didn't give me any help. But we kind of made it through. We've seen God's faithfulness. We've seen God's goodness through the really, really hard times. He's given us grace. He's given us comfort. He's given us the strength to go on day by day. Some of those whys we're starting to see answered. One of the reasons is for us, he wanted us in the world of childhood cancer to walk this journey with other families. After seeing how we had gone through it and the support that system that we had through this school and through this church and through this community, he wanted us to be able to walk this journey with other people. So we started the Believe Foundation on the anniversary of Carolina's surgery last February 2016. So we have over here underneath the tent, we've got a table set up. We've got these cards. I'd love for every one of you, they're free, come get one and use it as a prayer card for us. As you can imagine, in this world of childhood cancer especially, Satan really, really attacks. He tries to plant those seeds of anger and bitterness with all the questions and uncertainty of how unfair life can be. We really, really need your prayer as we minister to these families. We believe that God chose Carolina and allowed her to have a brain tumor to put us into the world of childhood cancer. So we could basically, we're childhood cancer missionaries. We wouldn't have signed up for it. If you would have asked me to volunteer, I would have said no. But he didn't give us that option. But he has called us into that world. And we desperately need your prayers. Thank you. Let's pray. God, I love you. I thank you for Jesus. I thank you for the hope that we have in him and him alone. God, thank you for sending him to die for me. God, I pray that you would help us tonight to honor and glorify you in everything that we do. Through the game of baseball tonight, I pray that you would just be with both teams that are represented. God, I pray that you just help them to play for you. I pray that your hand of blessing and protection would be on them tonight. God, I pray that you would just help us to do what you want us to do for your kingdom, God. Through the difficulties that we face, God, help us to look for ways to be able to serve you and turn the bad into good for your glory. We love you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Chris and Tabitha. Please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your caps for our national anthem. Now our young warriors will come out for the opening ceremonial first pitch.
And just as she did with the varsity softball childhood cancer awareness night, young Carolina Parson heading out to the mound to throw out the first pitch. So turn your attention right in front of home plate. She's joined by her family. Her brother Michael is joining her as well. And Carolina getting ready for the pitch. And she is joined by a couple of other youngsters. Sorry, I do not have their names. But here come the pitches, and they're all in there for strikes. And childhood cancer will have a seat.
All right, everybody,
and we're just a couple of minutes away from the first pitch. We gave you the lineup for Westminster, but in case you missed the Conquerors lineup from Mr. Seekbert, we'll go ahead and give you that as well. Leading off for the Conquerors in center field, number 7, Chad Ragland. Shortstop, Austin Martin bats second. He wears number 9. At first base, batting third is a first baseman, Dylan Simmons, number 18. Cleanup hitter is a second baseman, number 22, Tyler Eisenberg. Batting fifth, Logan Nugent doing the designated hitting today. He's wearing number 15. In right field, number 4, Keelan Washington will bat sixth. Batting seventh, behind the plate, number 21, K.C. Eisenberg. Batting eighth at third base, number 2, Brian Munoz. And batting ninth, playing left field, is number 26, Christian Nobles. And the Conquerors finishing up their prep time as they're about to take the field. And on the mound, you see senior Dalton Terrell on his way to the University of South Carolina at Sumter this next school year. Terrell has no record. He has a 1.91 ERA. He's allowed 4 walks and struck out 2 men in 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's giving up 5 runs, but only one of those has been earned. So Dalton Terrell, one of the 7 seniors on their way to play college baseball. Thank you for joining us here on live stream through TCAJax.org. A special welcome to our viewers down in the Miami area as you're tuning in to see your Westminster Christian Warriors. This ball game is just about underway as Terrell finishes up his warm-up tosses. Leading things off will be the shortstop Anthony Villar. He'll be followed by MJ Menendez and Luis Aviles. Again, the delayed start time because of the 2 ball games on this field earlier today, both running a little bit long, pushing us back to just after 4 p.m. first pitch time, but it's a Saturday night, and at least the Conquerors are on spring break, so no school for anybody to worry about tomorrow. Villar in the box, Terrell on the mound, and we're underway with the first pitch is up and away for ball 1. Members of the Trinity Baptist College Eagles baseball team in attendance, and they're going to take the field Monday afternoon, this same very field. And this pitch is in there for a strike. Eagles are going to play Johnson University of Tennessee for a single game Monday at 2 and a doubleheader Tuesday beginning at 12 noon. It's spring break for the College Eagles as well. High fly ball down the left field line. Nobles giving chase, but he can't get there, and it drops safely out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Villar. So good to see Dan Richard, Michael Kohick, and John Shiver of the Eagles in attendance here this afternoon, cheering on the Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors. We're going to have all 3 of those games on tbceagles.com as Terrell misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and we have all the Eagles home games on that site, live stream through tbceagles.com. Jacksonville's Edward Waters College will be here next Friday and Saturday as well. Full count on Villar. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hard throwing right-hander Dalton Terrell winds and delivers a payoff pitch. High pop foul. This one will get out of play. So we'll redo the payoff pitch. Villar steps back in. Terrell winds and delivers and misses low and outside, ball 4. So the leadoff man is aboard. And it brings up the catcher, number 2, M.J. Melendez.
Let's go, MJ, let's go!
Anthony Villar just drew the walk. He came into today's game hitting .571 on the season. So a fantastic start. That information coming to us through Miami-Dade High School Baseball.com. And the pitch is popped up. Shallow left field. Nobles charging in. He's there to make the play. 1 away.
1 away. Now to bat
First baseman Luis Aviles stepping up to the plate.
Aviles.
He's hitting .478. 11 hits in 23 at-bats. He's homered twice and driven in 12 runs.
Let's go, Lou!
Runner at first, 1 man out. Ball game just underway in case you're joining us late. And the first pitch, throw to first instead. And the runner is back. Warriors batting here in the top of the first. Terrell from the stretch. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. No balls and a strike. Runner bluffs but does not go, and Terrell misses up and away. Time called as Dylan Simmons wants to come into the mound, talk things over with Terrell. Absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon here on Jacksonville's west side. Temperatures in the mid-70s, 73 degrees according to newsforjacks.com app, and expected to stay above 70 and sunny throughout this ball game. And the pitch is inside. Terrell behind, 2 balls and a strike. Villar aboard at first. He led off with a walk. There's 1 out. And the 2-1. Again, the bluff. This one drilled in the left field, but Nobles almost overran it, but reached back and made the catch. Aviles hit that ball very hard, but a nice play by the sophomore Christian Nobles.
Dylan Clooney.
Stepping up, the center fielder, Dylan Cloonan. 308, 1 homer, 6 RBIs so far on the season. 8 hits in 26 at-bats, and Terrell throws to first. Westminster defeated Bishop Verot 11-4 earlier today right here on this field. And a throw to first. Very close play, but runner Villar back just in time. Good move by Dalton Terrell. Almost caught the man leading a little bit too far. 2 outs. Runner at first. Dylan Cloonan digging in. Terrell from the stretch. Again the bluff, but no go, and this one's fouled off.
Please return any foul balls to the concession stand for a free lollipop.
No balls and a strike. Throw to first. And again, back just in time. Dalton Terrell with a very quick move over to first. Villar has bluffed a couple of times already. Now he's shortened up his lead. No balls and a strike on Cloonan. This time he's off, and this one is fouled back. So no balls and 2 strikes now on Cloonan. After today, Westminster will play Everglades Prep Academy on March 22nd. And the pitch is on the corner for strike 3. Dalton Terrell walks the leadoff man but gets the next 3 in order. 1 man left, and we go to the bottom of the first. We have no score. Bottom of the first coming up, no score. On the mound for the Warriors, number 24, Jamar Fairweather. And Jamar comes into today's ball game with a record of no wins and 1 loss, an ERA of 1.00, so he's done a good job, just a little tough luck. He's allowed 1 earned run in 7 innings pitched, 12 runs total, however. He has allowed 3 hits, walked 3, and struck out 6. Leading off for the Conquerors is a center fielder, senior Chad Ragland. And Ragland starting today's ball game, 231. No homers, 6 runs batted in. Ragland, the senior, leading things off, and the Warriors heading back to their positions as we get ready for the bottom of the first. We mentioned the game on the 22nd, hosting Everglades Prep Academy. The Warriors will then travel to Gulliver Prep in Miami before their next 2 home games to round out the month of March, hosting Doral Academy on the 28th and Brito on March 31st. And the pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. Next 3 games to start April 3rd, 4th, and 8th, all on the road for the Westminster Warriors. Fairweather's pitch is chopped towards right field and in there for a base hit. Good start for the Conquerors as Ragland lead things off with a single. Austin Amar Martin steps up. Runner at first is Ragland. He singled the lead off for the Conquerors. Big lead, but not going, and the first pitch in there for a strike. Martin hitting .217, 3 runs batted in. On his way to Vanderbilt University. Going to play some big-time Southeastern Conference baseball. He's up there now with a runner at first, nobody out, and a big hole on the right side and a big gap in right center, and he's trying to go that way and fouls it off to the right side. No balls, 2 strikes for the senior Martin. Fairweather working from the stretch. Good lead by Ragland. And the pitch is upstairs. Ragland took a few stutter steps, made his way back. Conquerors wearing their black jerseys with the royal blue trim and black pants. Westminster, green jerseys and the white trousers. And the breaking ball misses outside, evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another good lead off first for Ragland. And the pitch instead a throw over. Fairweather's also picked up 2 saves in the early going of the season as well. Hit hard right at the third baseman. He'll go to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. So Ragland out at second, Martin aboard with a fielder's choice. Danny Perez at third base. Ball hit hard right at him. He's there to make the play. First baseman Dylan Simmons steps up with a runner at first and 1 away. Martin a good lead, good speed. And a pitch from Fairweather. Fastball right down the middle. Fairweather a long look in, and the pitch, curved ball, a beauty. No balls, 2 strikes on the sophomore Dylan Simmons.
Way to work, kid.
Amar with a big lead off first. Clunan playing Simmons to pull in center, and a line drive right up the middle. Clunan will charge in and pick it up and hold Martin to second base. A base hit for Dylan Simmons, second of the inning for the Conquerors. So 2 on, 1 out. Brings up the cleanup man, second baseman Tyler Eisenberg. Eisenberg, the junior, hitting .345, a home run, and 9 runs batted in. Again, Clunan playing the hitter to pull. A huge gap in right center field. Eisenberg trying to plug that gap, and he fouls it off. Tyler Eisenberg, good contact hitter. He will use the entire field. Martin the runner at second, Simmons at first, 1 man out. And the pitch is in the dirt and blocked nicely by MJ Menendez. Ball and a strike on Eisenberg. And the 1-1 upstairs. Eisenberg ahead 2-1. First baseman Luis Aviles not holding the runner, so Simmons is able to get a very nice lead. 2 balls and a strike. Fairweather delivers, low and outside. Another good block by the catcher, Melendez. So now Eisenberg in the driver's seat. He can look for his pitch.
Reset.
And still, center fielder Clunan pulled around toward the left side. And a right fielder Perez over near the line, so a lot of room in right center for Tyler. And the pitch on the outside corner. That'll fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Logan Nugent waiting on deck. And the payoff pitch. Eisenberg again trying to go the right side, and he fouls it off.
Keep working, 2-4. Keep working.
After today, the Conquerors, they're going to spend part of spring break week down in Sarasota playing in a tournament. Game times and dates and opponents yet to be determined. And the pitch to Eisenberg, driven well into center field. Clunan was playing him to pull, and he's there to make the catch. Martin bluffs like he's tagging up, but he is back. Well hit. Eisenberg was trying to go to the right side for most of that bat. He hit a bullet right at the center fielder, Dylan Clunan, for out number 2.
Now batting for the Conquerors.
Designated hitter Logan Nugent at the plate. He's hitting .333, a home run, and 13 runs driven in. 9 for 27 on the season. 3 doubles and a grand slam. 2 men on, 2 out. Jamar Fairweather has allowed a couple of hits. So far, nothing else. And a pitch to Nugent, swing and a chopper right down the line. Throw to first by Melendez, it gets away. Here comes Martin with run. And Simmons will round third. Throw is off the mark. Nugent will pull into third. Thought about trying to score, but he holds up there.
Conquerors score 2 runs on the play.
Let's see how the official scorekeeper does it. It's going to be a throwing error on the catcher, Melendez, either way. And no hit awarded to Logan Nugent. So it's a 3-base error that allows 2 runs to score. Martin and Simmons both come around, and the Conquerors have a 2-0 lead.
Now batting
No
for the
RBI credited for Nugent.
Number 4, right fielder, Heaton.
Right fielder Keelan Washington at the plate. Runner at third, 2 out. Throw had Nugent beat by less than half a step. It got away from Aviles, and the Conquerors scored twice. Fairweather with the pitch. This one is inside. There's a lesson to all you youngsters. Put the ball in play. Things can happen. Couple of base hits resulted in 2 runs. And the pitch, a little bit upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes to Keelan Washington. Conquerors as a team hitting 275, that 423 on base percentage. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's a patient team. Hitters will take their walks. They're also very good at laying down the bunt. Washington's ahead 2-1. Fairweather works from the stretch. And on the inside corner, Washington disagrees, but it's 2-2. 2-2, runner at third, 2 outs, 2 runs in. Fairweather with the pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
Good job, Tamar.
Conquerors get 2 unearned runs on 2 hits, an error and a man left at third. And after 1, it's Trinity Christian 2, Westminster nothing. After 1, the Conquerors lead 2-0, 2 unearned runs in the bottom half of the first. Due up for the Warriors, Danny Perez, Max Pinto, Bruno Ghizzolini, hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the Westminster lineup. We told you about that tournament coming up down in Sarasota. The Conquerors afterward, the following week, are going to head up to Cary, North Carolina. They're going to play in the National High School Invitational for the second consecutive year. One of 16 teams from around the United States invited to participate. Head coach Gil Morales and his youngsters can't wait to get up there and play some of the best competition in this entire country. The next home game will be Tuesday, April 4th against Duval Charter School before the Conquerors head down to Putnam County for a district game against Interlochen on April 7th. Danny Perez leads things off for Westminster here in the top of the second. First pitch in there for strike one. Perez hitting .208. He has homered once. He's driven in 6. Chopper foul toward the dugout, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Good, Danny, let's go.
If you're in the area, come on out and watch some terrific high school baseball. It is an absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nothing but blue skies above and all around the field. I want to thank the nice young lady to my right, providing me with some shade with her umbrella, helping me see my electronic screen a little more easily. We're glad you're able to join us coming up from the Miami area. And thank you all of you watching us on live stream through TCAJax.org, whether you're in Miami, Jacksonville, or anywhere else. Glad you're joining us this afternoon. 2-2. Terrell delivers, and it's fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes to Danny Perez, and curve ball just a bit inside, and that fills up the count, 3-2. Dalton Terrell with the payoff pitch. Ball 4, and for the second straight inning, Dalton Terrell has walked the leadoff man.
Now with the bat for the Warriors, number 22, Max.
Max Pinto steps to the plate, coming in at .292. No homers, 4 runs batted in. Has a couple of doubles and a triple to his credit. Munoz and Eisenberg out to the mound to talk things over with Terrell. After that game at Interlochen, the Conquerors will play their next 3 at home. First 2 of them district games, Bishop Snyder on April 11th. Well, check that, not a district game, Episcopal on April 13th. And the pitch is on the corner at the knees, a great pitcher's pitch. No balls and a strike. So you're up to date on the upcoming games for both the Warriors and the Conquerors. 2-0 Trinity Christian lead. Top of the second. Danny Perez led off the inning with a walk. Max Pinto has no balls and a strike. Check swing, he held up in time. Fastball misses a little bit high. This one fouled off. So Pinto down 1-2. Terrell's throw to first. That one was just more like an I know you're there toss. And Perez is back. Terrell with the 1-2, misses inside, evens up the count. Top-seeded Villanova leading number 8 Wisconsin 43-40 with about 12 minutes left to play. Throw to first, and the runner is back once again. Number 4 seed Florida Gators will take on number 5 Virginia at about 8:40 p.m. tonight. That game airing on TNT. USC and Baylor tomorrow. And the pitch. And it is on the outside corner for strike 3. So 1 away, and that's the second strikeout for Dalton Terrell. Designated hitter Bruno Ghisolini at the plate. Hitting an even 400. Driven in 3 runs and has gone deep once. And this curveball hits him on the arm. A breaking ball puts 2 men on base. So the Warriors have 2 men aboard with 1 out. Second baseman Jaden Melendez steps up.
14, Jaden Melendez.
Melendez 0 for 9 on the season, but he has scored 4 runs. And a chance to drive in a run. And the first pitch misses outside. Perez at second. Ghisolini at first. 1 out. And Terrell delivers the 1-0, and it's fouled back. Good cut by Melendez. So a ball and a strike to the Warriors' second baseman. And the pitch fouled off into the mitt. The 1-2. Chopper towards Martin. He will flip back to second and throw it into center field. And Perez is going to come around to score. Tough play for Martin to make.
Warriors score a run on the throwing error.
And that's going to be an error on the shortstop.
Number 9, Nikki Perez.
Let's go, Nikki!
Right fielder Nikki Perez at the plate for the Warriors, hitting .385. 6 RBIs. 5 out of 13 on the season. No RBI credited. And the first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Ghisolini at second, Melendez at first. And the pitch.
Yeah!
Ground ball up the middle, off the foot of Martin, and a runner's going to score. Ghisolini comes in. Melendez will stop at third, and Perez aboard at second.
That way! And that way!
And that's going to go down as an error on the shortstop.
Warriors score another run.
And we are tied at 2.
Now up to bat, number 7, Anthony Villar.
So Melendez at third, Perez at second, 1 man out. Top of the order, Anthony Villar. He walked to lead off the ball game. Timeout. Meeting at the mound for the Conquerors. Tomorrow, number 1 seed Kansas will take on number 9 Michigan State at 5:15 p.m. Number 5 Iowa State will battle number 4 Purdue tonight at 9:40. Those 2 games in the Midwest region taking place in Kansas City. Tomorrow, number 3 Oregon and number 11 Rhode Island at 7:10. Also tomorrow, just after the noon hour, Michigan, the 7 seed, battling number 2 Louisville. Duke will take on South Carolina tomorrow night as well. Florida State plays Xavier tonight at 6:10. At the plate, Villar. Runners at second and third, one out. And a pitch from Terrell is outside for ball one. West Virginia defeated Notre Dame 83-71. 2 balls, no strikes on Villar. Terrell with the 2-0. Misses high for ball 3. Number 7, St. Mary's of California will play number 2, Arizona tonight at 7:45. 4-pitch walk, and that's a third walk issued by Terrell, and the bases are loaded for the catcher, M.J. Melendez. He lofted a fly ball to the left fielder, Nobles, in the first. There's a Warrior at every base and only one out. And this pitch is popped up, headed right back toward us and just over our heads. Lands about 8 feet behind us for strike 1. Oh, you brought the umbrella. Did you bring a glove? Very nearly did need one on that pop-up. No balls and a strike. And another one headed our way, a little bit off to the left of us this time.
Don't overthink the process, kid. Let's go. See ball, hit ball.
0-2. M.J. Melendez. And a pitch from Terrell, chopped down the right side and just foul. So no balls and 2 strikes on Melendez. Jaden Melendez at third, Nicky Perez at second, Anthony Villar at first. 2 runs have scored without the benefit of a hit. A walk, a hit batsman, and a couple of errors have led to 2 runs for Westminster. Of course, the Conquerors got 2 unearned runs themselves in the bottom of the first. Terrell with the pitch. Line drive into left, right at Nobles. He drifts back a little, has to leap, makes a catch. A run will score. That is out number 2, and that is a third fantastic catch by Christian Nobles. Sacrifice fly gets the run home, and Westminster leads 3-2. The ball seemed to take off on Nobles at the last instant. He leaped, left his feet, made the catch. Jaden Melendez crosses the plate. So the Warriors lead for the first time. Runners at first and second. 2 outs for the first baseman, Luis Aviles. He also lined hard to Nobles in left field. He did that in the first inning. And this one misses downstairs for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And this one is fouled off. 1-1.
Return all foul balls to the concession stand.
Red Sox over Minnesota 12-5 in the 9th in Grapefruit League play. Out in Arizona, Milwaukee leads the Cubs split squad 4-1. And the pitch is inside. Aviles ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Both teams split squads between the Indians and the Rangers. Texas leads 4-3 in the 5th out in Arizona. Terrell from the stretch, a long look back, now the 2-1. Line in the left field, that's a base hit. A runner around third, Perez will score. And the ball gets away from Munoz, but Simmons with a good backup play to keep the runners at first and second. RBI single for Aviles, and it's a 4-2 Westminster lead. All 4 runs unearned, and it brings up Dylan Clunan. He took strike 3 to end the first. Ground ball towards Eisenberg. Fields a hop, flips to second, and that retires a side. The Warriors bat around. They get 4 runs, all unearned. 1 hit, a couple of walks, and a couple of errors. We go to the bottom of the second. The Warriors lead 4-2. Conquerors coming to the plate in the bottom of the second, trailing 4-2. All 6 runs combined, unearned. Bottom third of the order, Casey Eisenberg, Brian Munoz, and Christian Nobles due up for the Conquerors. Trinity got 2 in the bottom of the first. Both of those scored on a throwing error. And Westminster put 4 up in the top of the second on 1 hit.
Number 21.
KC Eisenberg leads off for the Conquerors. He's hitting .333, 8 for 24. He's driven in 8 runs. Looping liner into right field. That is going to drop for a base hit. So for the second straight inning, the Conquerors have a leadoff single.
Now batting for the Conquerors, number 2, Ryan.
Third hit for the Conquerors. Ryan Munoz at the plate. Freshman Munoz is 0 for 6 on the season. And he's up there with a leadoff single aboard. Ready to face Jamar Fairweather. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back. Ball 1. Second baseman Jaden Melendez giving Munoz the hole to the right side. Aviles holding the runner at first. So a lot of room on the ground on the right side. Munoz again squares around, and this one misses upstairs for ball 2. So Munoz ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. We'll see if Coach Morales still has the bunt on, or is he going to have his freshman swing away. And a throw to first. Aviles was charging in. I think that was a set play to see what the runner and the hitter were going to do. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner bluffs, Munoz bunts and fouls it off. Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 5, sophomore Dawson Feetsum. He's standing there at first base. Two balls and a strike to Munoz. Squares around, lays it down. He's going to get the job done. Third baseman Perez makes the play, but a nice sacrifice bunt for Munoz puts a runner in scoring position.
For the Conquerors.
So a nice job by Munoz, moving Feetsum to second base, and the left fielder, sophomore Christian Nobles. He's 0 for 3 on the season. He has driven in a run, however. He's also drawn a walk. Infield playing straight away. Clunan in center, shifted just a bit over towards left. And the first pitch is up and away.
All right, 2-4, let's go. Got away.
Dodgers lead the White Sox 2-0 in the third. Of course, a lot of the major league players still playing in the World Baseball Classic. Good one between Puerto Rico and Team USA last night. Puerto Rico held on, 6-5 win. Team USA started the ninth, trailing by 3, put 2 on the board. Unable to get Brandon Crawford home from third. Fairweather with the 1-1, a breaking ball in the dirt, and another nice block by Melendez. Nobles ahead 2-1, top of the order. Ragland waits on deck. This pitch, a fastball down low. So now Nobles looking for a pitch he can get through the infield. 3 balls and a strike. He has good speed. Feetsum above average speed at second base. A lot of these Conqueror runners, they can move. And a 3-1, chopped foul, full count. Oakland leads San Diego 1-0, and as I'm saying that, San Diego put a run on the board in the third, so it's 1-1. Texas 2, Cincinnati 1 after 2 innings. Full count to Nobles, and the pitch, and it's fouled off his foot.
It's good, let's go 2-4.
Feetsum running for Eisenberg at second base. Eisenberg, the catcher, singled to open the inning. Went to second on Munoz's sac bunt. Good lead by Feetsum, and the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away for the leadoff man, Chad Ragland. He singled to right, leading off the ball game for the Conquerors. Westminster leads 4-2, bottom of the second. A lot of room in right center for the left-hand hitter. And the pitch, breaking ball, strike 1. Still a lot of room, and now, especially up the middle, Ragland can go there, and he takes this one outside, 1-1. Second baseman Melendez pulled over a little toward first, playing Ragland to pull. And now Clunan more straight away. Right fielder Perez, though, not too far over to the line, but he is giving room in the gap. And this pitch is outside, ball 2.
Watch the release. Straighten out that front foot. Straighten out
Left
that
fielder
front
Max
foot.
Pinto straight away. Fairweather delivers. Line drive into center field. It's a base hit. Feetsum will stop at third. Center fielder Clunin got on it in a hurry and made a strong throw.
Austin.
So Ragland is now 2 for 2. Hate to say it, but he hit that one a little bit too hard. That allowed Clunin to pick it up and get it in quickly and hold the runner at third base. 2 outs for Austin Martin. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in the first. Giants 2, Seattle nothing in the third. Baltimore beat the Yankees 5-4. The Yankees had a combined no-hitter last night. Masahiro Tanaka started that one. Even though it doesn't count, a no-hitter, whether it's the World Series or spring training, still a very nice effort by the Yankees pitching staff. Boston beat Minnesota 12-5. Detroit beat Atlanta 7-5. Houston 5, Washington 4 is a final score. Detroit over the Marlins 5-4. 5-4 seems to be the theme as the Mets had the same score over St. Louis. Here's a different one though. Pittsburgh 13, Philadelphia 8. That game is final. In the dirt, Feetsum will score. So the wild pitch allows the Conquerors to put their third run up on the board. Ragland advances to second, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Martin with a chance to drive home the tying run. And the pitch, high fly, pop up to the right side, and it will get out of play. One ball, one strike on the senior Austin Martin. Ragland very fast at second base, and with 2 outs, he'll be going at the crack of the bat, so he has a very good chance to score on anything into the outfield. A lot of room on the right side once again. Now Melendez fields his position, and the chopper about 1.5 feet foul. So Martin now down 1-2. Fairweather delivers. Breaking ball up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, a lot of room on the right side. And the pitch in the dirt, and that fills up the count. Martin now could look fastball, but Fairweather hasn't given in to the hitters. And the payoff pitch grounded towards short. Nice play by Villar. Throw to first, and it is in time to retire the side. Conquerors get a run on 1 hit, 2 hits rather. Pull to within a run after 2. It's Westminster 4, Trinity Christian 3. Top of the third, a 4-3 ball game. The Warriors lead, and they will send up hitters 5, 6, and 7 as they did in the second. Danny Perez, Max Pinto, Bruno Ghizzolini. Westminster batted around in the second, picked up 4 unearned runs. The Conquerors got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and that's where we stand as we start inning number 3. Danny Perez walked and scored in the second. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. One and one. Wisconsin and Villanova tied at 57 with 3 minutes left. And the pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike. Terrell with the 2-1, misses down and away. Three balls and a strike. Terrell with the pitch, and he walks the leadoff man for the 3rd consecutive inning. 4th total walk for Dalton Terrell. And it brings up the left fielder, Max Pinto. He was called out on strikes in the second.
Let's go, Pinto.
Pinto getting these signs from his third base coach, Emil Castellanos, leading the Westminster Warriors. And the first pitch, he squares around a bunt. Pulls it back, ball 1. And Terrell with the pitch. Pinto squared around a bunt, fouled it off. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And a sacrifice bunt attempt. This one goes foul off to the right side, so it's 1 and 2. Pinto has not laid down a sacrifice bunt, according to the stats received this morning. MiamiDadeBaseball.com. Danny Perez led off the inning. He's at first. He drew a walk. And the pitch, Pinto swinging away with 2 strikes, and he fouls it off. Hey, a nice one-handed catch by the fan out in the bleachers. He didn't bring a glove either, but he didn't need it on that one. The 1-2 popped up. Eisenberg drifting back onto the outfield grass, and he's there to make the play. It's a gentle wind blowing across the field from right toward left. Eisenberg was able to hang with that one, however, and there's 1 away.
Number 31.
Bruno Ghizzolini was hit by a pitch, and he ended up scoring in the second. First pitch from Terrell, down and away. Runner at first, 1 out. Ghizzolini drills one toward the left center field gap. It's going back, it's got a chance, and it is gone. 2-run homer for Bruno Ghizzolini. Danny Perez scores ahead of him on the blow. And it is a 6-3 ball game. And this nice lady who's been providing us with the shade, that is Bruno's mother. I know you're happy about the home run. Yeah. We're not, but it's a good sight to see your son go deep. That's going to be all for Dalton Terrell. He goes 2 1/3 innings, allows 6 runs, 2 of them earned. Two hits. He walked 5 and he hit a batter. Left-hander Tyson Tucker taking over for the Conquerors. Two-run homer by Bruno Ghizzolini. That's his second home run of the season in RBIs 4 and 5. That raises his average up to 333 as well. For the Conquerors, Tyson Tucker making his 3rd appearance on the mound. He's pitched an inning and a third. He's allowed 1 walk, but nothing else. So the Warriors lead now 6-3. 4 in the second, so far 2 here in the top of the third. Jaden Melendez waiting to take his turn at the plate. Wisconsin and Villanova. Looks like this one's going down to the wire. Number 8, Wisconsin leads 62-61 at the last update with 1:24 left on the clock. So I'm looking at NCAA.com. Jaden Melendez reached on an error and scored in the second. So left-hander Tyson Tucker on the mound for the Conquerors. Here's his first pitch. Line hard foul.
Contact, kid.
Jaden Melendez 0 for 5 on the season. He's down 0-1. Here's a pitch. It's fouled back. Tucker throws hard. He gets a lot of movement on his fastballs. Has a terrific slow curve as well. He's ahead 0-2. And the pitch. This one misses upstairs. One ball, 2 strikes. Tucker delivers. This one got away from him, and it's 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 out. Top of the third, Tucker delivers. High pop fly. Looks like it'll stay in play. Munoz over near the dugout, and he does not make the play.
All right, let's go, Jaden.
So another opportunity for Jaden Melendez. And it's a high sky, and Munoz looking directly toward the sun. Might have lost the ball in that sun. And Tucker delivers once again. A great slow curve, and it's strike 3. Just mentioned the curveball that this young left-hander has, and he put it to work and got the man Melendez. Right fielder Nicky Perez also reached down an error and scored in the second inning. And the pitch is up high for ball 1. Tucker delivers. There's another one directly over our heads. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker with the 1-1. Inside, ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Tucker delivers. Line shot, foul. Evens the count at 2-2. Leadoff man Anthony Villar waits on deck. And Tucker delivers. This one's up high. Two balls, 2 strikes on the Warriors' right fielder. A lot of room in right center. Here's a pitch. Chopper towards third, and it's foul. Count remains 2-2. 2 runs are in. Tucker in relief of Terrell, and the pitch. Curved ball, grounded towards Martin at short. He scoops, throws to first. Runner falls down, and that is out number 3. Let's hope Perez is all right. We got a happy mom next to us. Mrs. Ghisolini just saw her son Bruno go deep for a 2-run homer to put Westminster ahead 6-3 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Don't forget to stop by the
Bottom of the 3rd, Conquerors trail 6-3. Dylan Simmons, Tyler Eisenberg, and Logan Nugent are due up. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Westminster got 4 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd. The Conquerors 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. That's where we stand so far. Jamar Fairweather has allowed those 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. He's allowed 4 hits. And he gets ready for his 3rd inning of work. Came into today with 1 earned run in 7 innings pitched.
leading off the inning for the Conquerors, number 18, Dylan Simmons.
Dylan Simmons, a first baseman, he singled and scored in the 1st inning. "11 seconds left. Wisconsin 64, Villanova 62. So we might have an upset. Keep an eye on the end of that one. And the pitch. Driven down the right side and foul. Could be an upset in the making in the East bracket. The 0-1 to Simmons, a breaking ball, misses outside. The 1-1, bouncer up the middle, into the mid of Villar, and he gets the out at first. It was headed up the middle, took a hop right to the shortstop. He made a nice play and a strong throw. And Tyler Eisenberg will step up with 1 out and the base is empty. Eisenberg hit a very hard line drive to the center fielder Clunan his first time up. 3 seconds left on the clock. No scoring since that last update. And his pitch is up and away for ball 1. Fairweather, the 1-0, pulled foul. One ball, one strike. Curveball is fouled off. 1-2. Eisenberg looked like he'd like to have that pitch again. He's a good breaking ball hitter. He's down in the count, 1-2. This one up and in, and he chases it, pops it up, and a nice running catch by the catcher, M.J. Melendez. First 2 Conquerors have gone down here in the third, and it brings up the designated hitter, Logan Nugent. He reached on an error, throwing error that allowed 2 first-inning runs to score. He was left stranded at third. Waiting for the refreshing update from NCAA.com. Wisconsin apparently has hit a free throw. They lead now by 3. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1 hit hard foul. So no balls and 2 strikes on Nugent. Changeup misses high for ball 1. Clock I'm looking at still says 3 seconds between Wisconsin and Villanova. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nugent steps out. And that ball game has now gone final. Wisconsin 65, Villanova 62. So number 8, Wisconsin with the upset. And this one, Nugent, good job to stay alive as he fouls it off. So Wisconsin moves on. As they upset top seed Villanova. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner. They're going to wait to see who wins tonight between Virginia and the Florida Gators. That game, 8:40 p.m. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tip into the mitt. And the Conquerors go down in order here in the bottom of the third. And after 3, it's Westminster 6, Trinity Christian 3. Top of the 4th coming up. Conquerors trail 6-3. Tyson Tucker in relief of Dalton Terrell, and he will face the top of the order, Anthony Villar, M.J. Melendez, and Luis Aviles. Big blow so far, a 2-run homer by Bruno Ghisolini. That extended what was a 4-3 lead now to 3 runs. And Villar has walked twice. He steps up, leading off here in the top of the 4th.
Leading off the inning for the Warriors, number 7, Anthony Villar.
Tyson Tucker. Sophomore lefty winds and delivers. First pitch up and in, ball one. When that final score came across, some fans put their heads down. They just know their brackets have been busted. Ball and a strike. And the pitch misses up and in, 2-1. Ragland is playing towards left center. Keelan Washington giving Villar a lot of room in the gap in right center. And the pitch in the dirt. It's 3 balls and a strike. Tucker winds and delivers, and that's ball 4. A rather little late call, and it's full count. Villar can't believe that late call was strike 2. And Tucker gets new life, and there's a long drive, well hit in the right field. Washington heading back, and this one is gone. So Villar didn't like the strike, but he likes what happened afterward, as that's a solo shot leading off the bottom of the 4th. And the Warriors lead 7-3. Second home run of the game for Westminster Christian. MJ Melendez. He's 0 for 1. He's gone to left twice, but that second one brought home a run on a sacrifice fly. Check swing and went a little too far. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt.
Okay, come on, let's go. Stay in there, it's good.
No balls, 2 strikes, and a fastball misses up and away. For Anthony Villar, that is his 4th home run and 17th RBI on the season. Fastball misses outside, 2-2. And the 10th time he has crossed the plate as well. High pop fly near the fence, and this one's going into the bleachers. Look out, everyone. And it just missed a couple of fans standing up by the fence. Villar came into today's ball game hitting .571. That's going up. He's 1 for 1 officially. Been on base 3 times. So he's doing the job as a leadoff hitter. There's a long drive down the right field line. This one is going to one hop the wall. Washington picks it up, gets it in, and that's a double for MJ Melendez.
Double down the right field line for the Warriors. Now batting, number 21, Luis Avila.
Second extra base hit of the inning, and nobody out. A runner at second for Luis Avilas. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Melendez, his second double of the season. Tucker working from the stretch. And the pitch is a fastball down the middle.
Let's go. Inside. Let's go, 2-1. Make contact.
7-3, the Warriors leads. They bat with no outs, and a runner at second here in the top of the 4th. 1 run is in, a solo shot from Villar. High pop fly on the infield. Austin Martin calling for it. The wind takes it away from him, but he hangs in there and makes the catch. It's tough to field a fly ball today. The infielders and outfielders are looking directly toward the sun. 5:21 p.m.
Have fun.
And the wind hasn't been constant. It's been gusty, and that one took the ball away from Martin, but he hung in there. He made the catch. Dylan Clunan, the center fielder, at the plate. Check swing. And he held up in time. Eisenberg out to the mound, checking on Tucker. And after a discussion, that call's been changed. Check swing went too far. No balls and a strike on Clunan.
All right, Dylan, no harm done. Let's go, kids.
Clunan has driven in 6 runs, has a runner in scoring position. Ragland in center, playing him just a little bit towards right field. Washington straight away in right, and the pitch down in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw to second base, and the runner is back just in time. The throw beat him, but he slid to the back of the bag and avoided the tag from Austin Martin. A lot of room in the left center field gap where you see the TC baseball logo. The 1-1 on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Dylan. It's good.
And the pitch is just a little bit outside, ball 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Check that, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tucker from the stretch. And this one a little bit outside, and it's a full count.
Gotta see it.
Full count to Clunan, and the pitch downstairs, ball 4. That's the first walk that Tyson Tucker has allowed, and with 2 men on and 1 out, Danny Perez, a third baseman, steps up. He has walked twice and scored both times.
Right now, 1-6. Let's go.
Runner at second is MJ Melendez. Dylan Clunan aboard at first. Melendez doubled. Clunan just drew the walk. And the first pitch is lined into center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Here's a runner around third. Melendez will score. And that's an RBI single for Danny Perez.
Good contact.
8-3 now in favor of Westminster Christian. Max Pinto steps up. Pinto was called out on strikes in the second, popped up to the second baseman Eisenberg in the third. 2 on, 1 out.
Let's go. Have fun, kid. Have fun.
5-run lead for the Warriors, and the pitch is fouled off.
Stay in there. Gotta see it, 2-2. Make contact.
Tucker from the third base side of the rubber, working from the stretch. Simmons not holding the runner at first. And the pitch is fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one is in the dirt. That'll make it 1-2. Texas 4, Cleveland 3 after 5. The 1-2 from Tucker misses for ball 2. Milwaukee leads the Cubs 4-2. Cubs in a split squad. Cleveland and Kansas City tied at 2 in the 6th. The 2-2 pitch grounded into the hole for a base hit. Here's Clunan around third. He will score. RBI single for Max Pinto. Perez stops at second. Clunan crosses a plate. 3 runs are in, and it's a 9-3 Westminster lead. Brandon Welch, assistant coach for the Conquerors, out to the mound. That's going to be all for Tyson Tucker. Two-thirds of an inning. Tucker's allowed 3 earned runs on 3 hits and a walk. He is responsible for the 2 men on base. Danny Perez singled and Max Pinto just now singled as well. Both drove in runs. And the new pitcher for the Conquerors, Luis Torres. Luis Torres, a senior, making his 4th appearance. He's pitched a total of 3 innings. He's allowed 1 earned run for an ERA of 2.33. He's given up 2 hits. He's walked 2 men and struck out 2. He's inheriting runners at first and second, and the first man he faces will be Bruno Ghisolini, who hit a 2-run homer his last time up. Milwaukee just scored 4. They lead the Cubs 8-2 in the 4th. Dodgers 3, White Sox nothing in the 5th. San Diego at Oakland tied at 1. Texas 3, Cincinnati 1 in the 5th. Angels lead the Rockies 2-1. San Francisco 3, Seattle Mariners nothing. Those are the games underway. All the rest of the spring training action from this afternoon in the Grapefruit League has gone final. In the 5th, the Cubs have a split squad playing against Team Japan, and the Cubs lead that one 3-1. Arizona 6, Netherlands won that game in the 4th. Two on, 1 out. Torres' first pitch, swing and a miss. Six-run lead for the Westminster Christian Warriors. Martin looks the runner back. Torres steps off. Now everybody's ready. And the pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Eisenberg. Team USA takes on the Dominican Republic tonight at 10 Eastern Time out in San Diego. It's a win and you're in as far as advancing to the next round goes. Both teams 1-1 in round number 2. And the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Federico has already secured moving on. The 6-5 win over the United States last night. They're going to take on Venezuela. That game is underway, but no score update. Looking at worldbaseballclassic.com. One ball, 2 strikes to Ghisolini. Pop fly into shallow center, and that's down for a hit. Runners had to hold to make sure it would not be caught. Ragland plays it off the hop, and the bases are loaded. Third time Ghisolini has been on base. Perez advances to third, Pinto to second. Still 1 out for the second baseman, Jaden Melendez. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored a run. It's also called out on strikes. First pitch is taken for a strike. And Ray Bureau bringing you the action. Dean Bureau working the camera. Again, welcome to everybody down in Miami. Thank you for tuning in to live stream through TCAJax.org. One and one to Jaden Melendez. Sacks are full. And the pitch. Foul tip. 1-2. Torres with the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball. Eisenberg wanted the call but did not get it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases loaded. And the payoff pitch. High pop foul. It'll stay in play. Eisenberg right by the plate. He makes the catch for out number 2. Nicky Perez steps up. He is nothing out of 2, but he has scored a run. That came into second. He reached on an error. Torres trying to get out of this inning. Top of the order, Villar waiting on deck, and the pitch. Outside, Villar led off the inning with a solo home run. Westminster batted around in the second, threatening to do so here again in the fourth. In fact, this is the 9th hitter of the inning. And the pitch, a breaking ball, misses for ball 2. JV Conquerors won their ball game today, 6-3 over Calvary Christian, a 5-run second inning. This one is chopped foul. So 2 balls and a strike on Perez. Westminster brought a very good crowd to the ball game today. And the pitch is low and away. Ball 3. Three balls and a strike. And Perez looking for his pitch to hit. He takes strike 2. Matthew Crump, E.J. Caveras, Jaden Rivera, Anthony Bucci, Jude Smith, and Sebastian Moore all hit safely for the JV Conquerors. This one's headed toward the bleachers and just beyond and out of play. Anthony Bucci had 2 runs batted in. Jude Smith and Sebastian Moore each drove in a run as well. So congratulations to the JV Conquerors on their victory earlier today. Perez with the pitch, and this one is ball 4, and that's going to force in a run, and the Conquerors not happy with the call. All the players on the field started trotting toward the dugout. That's an RBI walk for Nicky Perez. Danny Perez scores. Pinto to third. Ghisolini to second. It's 10-3. And the leadoff man, Villar, started the inning with a home run. He's at the plate with the bases still loaded. Bryce Janney was the winning pitcher for the JV Conquerors. 4 innings, 3 earned runs, struck out 2 men. This one chopped foul, and Justin Parrish pitched the final 3 innings to get the save. 1 walk, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. So good job by the JV Conquerors. (10-3) Westminster leads. Eisenberg, Torres, and a base ump all on the mound. Now everybody's ready. Anthony Villar at the plate, down, no balls, and a strike. Slapped foul down the left side. 0-2. And Torres with the 0-2 and a line drive. Torres knocks it down, chases it, throws to first, just in time. Nice job by the pitcher. He knocked a vicious line drive down. Able to pick it up, gather his composure, and make a good throw to first to retire the side. 4 runs in the inning. 4 hits, a home run, and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Westminster leads 10-3. Jamar Fairweather gets ready for his 4th inning of work. In 3 innings, he's allowed 1 earned run, 3 total, 4 hits. He has struck out 3 men as well. 6, 7, and 8. Keelan Washington, Casey Eisenberg, Brian Munoz due up for the Conquerors. 10-3 in favor of Westminster. Keelan Washington struck out swinging his first time up. 2 home runs in the ball game, both for Westminster. Bruno Ghisolini, a 2-run shot in the 3rd. Anthony Villar, a solo home run in the 4th. Fairweather's first pitch of the inning is strike 1.
Like it.
Remember, Trinity Baptist College Eagles baseball Monday afternoon at 2 p.m. on tbceagles.com. They take on the Royals of Johnson University that come down here from Knoxville, Tennessee. Doubleheader on Tuesday begins at 12 noon. And after a few days off, Jacksonville's Edward Waters College Tigers make the trip over to the west side. Going to be a single game on Friday and a doubleheader on Saturday. Both days, the first pitch is 12 noon. Spring break here at Trinity Ministries. No balls, 2 strikes to Keelan, Washington. Here's the 0-2. Fairweather hit his target, but Melendez was set up outside, so it's a ball and 2 strikes. Fairweather with the 1-2, pop foul.
Doing a good job out there.
One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is fouled off. Washington staying alive.
Let's go.
In the West Region, number 1 Gonzaga leading number 8 Northwestern 16-6, 11:56 left in the first half. And this one is fouled off. That's the only basketball game underway as we speak. Washington stays alive, 1-2.
Let's go, 2-4. Keep working out there. Doing a good job.
The winner of that Gonzaga Northwestern game will play West Virginia on March 23rd. West Virginia won 83-71 over Notre Dame. This one misses downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Xavier and Florida State tonight at 6:10. That's less than half an hour away. And this one is in the dirt. So Washington fell behind 0-2. He's now run the count full. Terrific speed. If he can get on base, we'll see what Coach Morales might have in mind. It is a 7-run ball game. And Fairweather with the 3-2. Line drive into left field. A base hit for Keelan, Washington. Washington, told you he has that blazing speed, and I'm writing down his base hit. He took second base. So that's going to turn into a double for the senior. Tell you, with him on the bases, turn your head for just a moment, you might miss something. It's not the first time he's pulled something like that off. Remember down at Clay High a few weeks ago, he did the same thing. Everybody thought the play was over, including me. He decided to take second base. Did so again, turns it into a double. First pitch to Eisenberg is up high. High pop foul, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eisenberg, the senior, will play at Hillsborough Community College. He'll head down there next fall after graduating from TCA. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. This one in the dirt. Another good block by Melendez to keep Washington at second. Washington had an RBI triple in last night's ball game. Actually made a big turnaround third after sliding. He got up. Looked around to see if he could go all the way. We said this a number of times this season. Washington, one of, if not the fastest player in the Jacksonville area. 2 balls and a strike to Eisenberg, and the pitch. Line drive, 1 hop to the second baseman. That's going to move the runner to third. Melendez had a little trouble with it, but he recovered to get the out. 1 away with a runner at third. Washington advances, and it brings up Brian Munoz. Munoz put down a sacrifice bunt in the second inning. Contact has a good chance of scoring that runner from third. Line drive, base hit up the middle, and Washington will score. Now lost in the sequence is that extra base that Washington took when everybody thought the play was over. If not for that, that ground ball from Eisenberg could have been a double play, and Munoz batting with the bases empty. Instead, the speed and the heads-up base running of Washington turns into a run for the Conquerors. 10-4, Westminster leads. Hit number 6 off of Jamar Fairweather. Kristen Nobles the hitter, and now timeout. Coach Castellanos heading out to the mound. 2 hits and a run for the Conquerors, with a ground out in between. Westminster leads 10-4. Also an NCAA action tomorrow in the South Region. Kentucky will take on number 10 Wichita State. UCLA hosting Cincinnati. That game also tomorrow night. Getting started in just over an hour. Number 4 Butler and number 12 Middle Tennessee. Number 1 North Carolina plays number 8 Arkansas tomorrow, very early in the evening, a 6 p.m. start time. Runner at first, 1 out. Kristen Nobles at the plate. He struck out swinging his first time up. This pitch is on the inside corner for strike 1.
Need you to work. You gotta go the distance right here. Gotta go the distance, kids.
South Carolina and Duke tomorrow night. Fairweather, the 0-1. This one in the dirt and gets away. And Munoz will take second on the wild pitch. First wild pitch from Fairweather puts a runner in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kristen Nobles. USC and Baylor tomorrow night as well. Virginia and Florida later tonight. Nobles up there with a ball and a strike, and the pitch, this one inside, almost hit him. So 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Fairweather, a long look in, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Kristen Nobles trying to drive in the run. Leadoff man Ragland waits on deck. Fairweather from the stretch, the 2-2 in the dirt. That'll fill up the count. So the count full on the sophomore Nobles. Villar holding the runner close at second. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Jamar Fairweather. 2 down, a runner at second for Ragland. He's 2 for 2, singled both times up so far. And another trip to the mound, and that's going to be it for Jamar Fairweather. 3 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. 1 wild pitch, and he gets a nice hand from his home team fans. Fairweather in line for the win should the score hold up. And we'll get you the information on the new man on the mound as we get an opportunity. Number 12, Jack Barrett, southpaw, taking over for Jamar Fairweather. Barrett making his 3rd appearance. He's pitched an inning and a 1/3, has allowed 2 earned runs. He will inherit a runner at second base, Brian Munoz, who singled, drove in a run. Advances second on a wild pitch. 2 outs. Chad Ragland waits his turn at the plate. He led off the ball game for the Conquerors with a base hit into right and singled into right center. That one came in the 2nd inning. Westminster leads 10-4. Conquerors have plated 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Cubs lead Team Japan 3-1 in the 5th. Arizona 10-1 over the Netherlands in the 5th. Now the Cubs have just plated 2 more. It's now 5-1.
Go, Jack!
Jack Barrett in relief of Fairweather, who did a nice job. Runner at second, 2 away, and here comes Barrett's first pitch. Ground ball to the first baseman, off the bag and over the head of Aviles, and Brian Munoz will score. Ragland into second with an RBI double. A huge break for Ragland and the Conquerors. Aviles was there ready to make the play. The ball was right in front of him. It hit off the bag and bounced over his head. Talk about a well-placed hit. Conquerors have scored the 2nd run of the inning. It's now 10-5, and Austin Martin at the plate. He's 0 for 2, but he has scored a run. And the pitch is down in the dirt. That run is charged to Fairweather. And the pitch to Martin outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Barrett with the 2-0. Line drive over the head of the second baseman, Melendez, and into the gap, and here comes Chad Ragland, and the Conquerors have pulled a little bit closer. And as we just heard a fan say, the Conquerors are chipping away rather. Say that correctly. They have scored 3 times here in the 4th, and it's now 10-6. Close the book on Fairweather. He's now allowed 5 runs, 3 of them earned. That last run to score goes to Jack Barrett. And the pitch, Dylan Simmons at the plate, takes ball 1. Simmons 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. 10-6 ball game here in the 4th. And the pitch on the inside corner. Strike one. No balls and a strike to Simmons. This one's up a little high. 2 balls and a strike. Simmons at the plate. Good lead by Austin Martin at first. And the pitch. High fly ball into center field. And the catch is made by Dylan Clunan to retire the side.
Score 3 runs in the inning.
Conquerors get 3 runs, all earned. 3 hits, 2 of them doubles. We've played 4, 10-6 Westminster. We've played 4, and there have been a lot of runs put up on the board. 10 from Westminster Christian and 6 from Trinity Christian. Both starters out of the ball game. Luis Torres pitching for Trinity. Jack Barrett came in relief of Jamar Fairweather for Westminster.
Leading off the inning for the Warriors.
2, 3, and 4. MJ Melendez, Luis Aviles, and Dylan Clunan due up for the Warriors. Melendez 1 for 2. He's driven a run and scored. Double down the right field line his last time up. One ball, no strikes, and the fastball misses down and away for ball 2. Dodgers 7, White Sox 1 in the 6th. Milwaukee all over the Cubs split squad 10-3. This one line down the left field line and just foul. Two balls and a strike on MJ Melendez. Oakland 2, San Diego 1 in the 8th. Cleveland 4-2 over Kansas City in the 7th. Strike 2 called. Good fastball from Torres. Texas 3, Cincinnati 2 in the 7th. Ground ball into right field, a base hit. Well placed, out of the reach of Tyler Eisenberg. And a leadoff single for Melendez. Second hit of the ball game for MJ. 2 for 3 with an RBI. First hit allowed by Torres, and a runner at first, nobody out for the first baseman, Luis Aviles. He's 1 for 3, had an RBI single in the second. Breaking ball in the dirt. Eisenberg with a good stop. Angels 5, Rockies 1 in the 6th. Falling down. And the Westminster fans really unhappy with the call. It is a pickoff for KC Eisenberg, and there's one away. Actually, that was a strike him out pickoff, so that's a double play. And Dylan Clunan at the plate for the Warriors. He takes strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. So a strike him out pickoff. Empties the bases. Gets 2 outs for Luis Torres. And this one fouled off, and Clunan in a hole, 0-2. He has struck out, grounded to second, walked and scored. Base is empty. Torres from the stretch. Outside, 1-2. Three home runs for the Pirates, one from the Phillies. The 1-2. High fly ball into center field. Ragland drifts over to the alley. He is there to make the play.
Fly ball to deep center field, inning.
Leadoff single erased on a double play and a nice running catch by Ragland. So Torres faces the minimum. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Conquerors trail 10-6. Part of the batting order coming up for the Conquerors. Tyler Eisenberg, Logan Nugent, Keelan Washington. Conquerors trail by 4. They got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the fourth. Westminster 4 times in the second, 2 runs in the third, and 4 in the fourth. So it's 10-6. Tyler Eisenberg is nothing out of 2. He's lined out to center and popped up to the catcher. In case you missed it earlier, when we get an opportunity, we'll let you know the upcoming games for both the Westminster Warriors and the Trinity Christian Conquerors. And the first pitch from Jack Barrett. Downstairs, ball 1. Barrett came in relief last inning, taking over for Jamar Fairweather. Gave up a couple of run-scoring singles. And he's now starting his first full inning, falling behind Tyler Eisenberg, 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball headed toward the hole, but knocked down by the second baseman Melendez. Nice backhanded play and a strong throw to get the out at first.
For the Conquerors,
Eisenberg hit the ball pretty well,
Logan.
but the second baseman Melendez equal to the task, and there's 1 out. Left fielder Logan Nugent 0 for 2. After today, Westminster will host Everglades Prep Academy. This pitch outside for ball 1. That is a district game, Class 4A District 8. For the Westminster Warriors. The 1-0 swung on and missed.
Go, Jack.
That game with Everglades Prep on March 22nd, 4 p.m. Swing and a miss, 1-2. On Friday the 24th, Westminster will travel to Gulliver Prep. That game will begin at 4 p.m. as well. Ground ball toward the third baseman, Perez. Long throw to first in time. First two Conquerors go down, and it brings up the right fielder, Keelan Washington. Keelan led off the fourth inning with what looked like a single. Ball got out to the left fielder, Pinto. He's a little casual getting it in, and Washington, with his speed, he extended it into a double, took everyone in the ballpark by surprise. That was a huge play because the next hitter hit a ground ball to second base. Of course, we don't know for sure that would have happened. Might have pitched differently with a runner at first. That could have gone for a double play. Washington turned it into a double and ended up scoring. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Conquerors 3 runs in the fourth inning. And that heads-up base running was the key to those 3 runs. No balls and a strike. Barrett delivers, fastball misses outside. And this schedule we're bringing to you is courtesy of MaxPreps.com. On the 28th, Warriors will host Doral Academy, and the 31st, Brito. Both of those ball games scheduled at 4 p.m.
All right, let's go, Jack. Let's go. Gotta hit your spot, kid. Let's go.
Then the next 3 afterward, April 3rd, 4th, and 8th, all on the road at Jupiter, at Coral Shores, and at Grand Street Campus. 2-1 to Washington. He squares around a bunt, pulls it back. It's 3-1.
Good pitch.
3 balls and a strike. Washington batting with 2 outs and the base is empty. Barrett delivers and it's fouled off. Conquerors are headed to Sarasota next week for a tournament over their spring break. Game times and opponents yet to be determined, and the pitch is fly ball, foul down the left side. Of course, the coaches may have worked that out, but looking at game changer, nothing updated at the moment. Conquerors are going to head up to Cary, North Carolina the following week to play in the National High School Invitational. 16 teams from around the country. And this pitch is ball 4, and Washington is aboard.
Now up to bat, number 21.
First walk issued by Jack Barrett. Casey Eisenberg at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He has scored a run. Conquerors will return home on April 4th. The district game against Duval Charter. That game at 7 p.m. Throw to first, gets away. Washington, he can run. He will take second, and he's on his way to third. Ball gets away from the right fielder, Perez, but Washington will stop at third.
And Keelan Washington makes the third on the errant throw.
So an error on the pitcher, Barrett. Puts a runner at third, but there are 2 out. Eisenberg looking to draw in the run and pull the Conquerors 1 closer. They trail by 4, 10-6, batting with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Conquerors will then, on April 7th, go down to Interlochen for a district game at 7 p.m. We'll have that Duval Charter game on TCAJax.org. This pitch catches the outside corner. One ball, 1 strike. And a high fly ball into right field. Perez charges in to make the play. A walk and a runner left at third. And we go to the 6th. Westminster leads 10-6. We go to the top of the 6th, 10-6 in favor of Westminster Christian. Danny Perez, Max Pinto, and Bruno Ghisolini are due up for the Warriors. 10-8-1 for Westminster, 6-8-2 for the Conquerors. Incorrectly said that Jack Barrett got that error. It was the catcher, MJ Melendez, that allowed Washington to advance from first to third. He did not score, however, and Westminster bats in the 6th with a 4-run lead. And the first pitch is inside. First pitch misses for ball 1. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Simmons. Bobbles it, recovers, gets the out unassisted. So Torres gets the first 2 men he faces here in the 6th. And it brings up the DH, Bruno Ghisolini. Two for 2, 2-run homer. He scored twice. Was also hit by a pitch his first time to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside for ball 2. Conquerors' regular season will end on April 27th, hosting the Bulldogs of the Bowles School. After that Episcopal game, 3 more games in between Episcopal and Bowles. Ball 3 misses down and in. Home game against Nice on the 20th, 2 away games on the 25th and 26th, University Christian and Ponte Vedra. The 3-0 from Torres is in there for a strike. The 3-1 line drive toward the gap. That is going to get down for a hit. Washington cuts it off and keeps the hitter at first. 3rd hit of the ball game for Bruno Ghisolini. And with 2 outs and a runner aboard, it brings up the second baseman, Jaden Melendez.
For the Warriors, number 18.
Second hit off of Torres, and we're going to have a pinch hitter for Melendez. Stepping to the plate, number 18, Michael Riley. So Riley's first at bat of the ball game takes strike 1. Jaden Melendez scored a run while he was in there. That came in the 2nd inning. And the pitch is on the corner for strike 2. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 6th, 8-9-1 rather for the Conquerors. Munoz, Nobles, and Ragland. Foul tip, and he stays alive. Oh and 2, runner at first. 2 men out. Torres steps off, and we're ready. Throw to first, runner back. So Torres, a long look in. He's ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Ghisolini, a modest lead off first. And a throw back. Close play. Ghisolini started to lean a little towards second, but he was able to get back in time. So count, no balls, 2 strikes on the pinch hitter, Michael Riley. Torres with the pitch, check swing, ball gets away, he held up, and that'll allow the runner to take second base. So runner in scoring position for Riley. Big gap in right center. And Ragland in center, shading the hitter just a bit toward the left center gap. Torres with the 1-2. It's called strike 3. 1 hit, 1 man left. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Conquerors trail by 4. Bottom of the 6th, Conquerors trail 10-6. Brian Munoz scheduled to lead off. He's followed by Christian Nobles and Chad Ragland. Jack Barrett has gone an inning and a third, has not allowed a run. He did allow 2 hits and he's walked 1 man. Jamar Fairweather was the starter, 3 2/3 innings, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 6 hits and 4 strikeouts. So the freshman Munoz, he is 1 for 1. He had an RBI single. That came in the 4th. He's also laid down a sacrifice bunt for Coach Gil Morales. So Munoz trying to get aboard to start a rally here in the 6th. First pitch from Barrett is outside for ball 1. There is action in the Westminster bullpen. Cannot see who it is. He's behind the fence, unable to see the back of his jersey. We get that information, we'll let you know who it is. 1 ball, 1 strike on Munoz. Ground ball towards short. Villar backhand, long throw, not in time. Great hustle by Munoz, and he has himself an infield single. So 2 for 2 for Munoz. His first 2 hits of the season, by the way. Remember, he spent the opening portion on the disabled list, or the high school version of it as well, with concussion-like symptoms. Come back to play very good defense. Now he has himself 2 hits and an RBI today. Dawson Feetsum will pinch hit for Christian Nobles. We saw Feetsum as a courtesy runner earlier in the ball game. Now he's at the plate for the first time. He started last night's game against Calvary. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Feetsum hitting .250 on the season, 4 out of 16. He's driven in a run. Breaking ball misses up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to the sophomore, Dawson Feetsum. Runner at first, nobody out. Munoz singled his way aboard, and a chopper foul to the right side. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, chopper towards second. Melendez can't handle it. He had to play back. He had no chance at the runner at second. Got caught in between hops, and the Conquerors have 2 men aboard. That'll be an error on the second baseman, Melendez,
For the Conquerors, number 7.
who re-entered for Michael Riley. Take over at second base once again. Conquerors, 2 men on, nobody out. Chad Ragland is 3 for 3. Had an RBI double right off the first base bag his last time up. And I mean off the bag. It hit, bounced over the head of Aviles, brought in a run. Tries to bunt his way aboard this time, fouls it off. Ragland singled in the first and the second innings. Got that RBI double his last time up. That came in the 3-run 4th inning that the Conquerors put on the board. Two on, nobody out. Corner infielders in. Double play depth up the middle. And Barrett looks the runner back. Danny Perez at third. Luis Aviles at first. Ragland squared around on the first pitch. Let's see what's going on now. He squares around again. The ball's in the dirt. Did not get away. So Munoz and Feetsum both hold. And it's 1-1. Barrett steps off, getting some signs from his third baseman, Perez. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ragland. Second baseman Melendez playing Ragland to pull. It's a lot of room to the right side of the bag, and he gets down the bunt. It's a good one. Danny Perez fields, throws to first. Sacrifice is successful, and it puts runners at second and third with 1 out.
The runners to second and third for the Conquerors. Now to bat, number 9, Austin.
Nice job by the senior Ragland, and it brings up Austin Martin. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Timeout as Coach Castellanos heads out to talk to his young left-hander. Gonzaga 38, Northwestern 20 at the half. Top-seeded Gonzaga taking on number 8, Northwestern. That's going to be it for Jack Barrett. He's done a nice job. Get you those totals. We total them up ourselves. One run on 5 hits for the left-hander Jack Barrett. He also walked 1 man, and he's leaving with runners at second and third. His responsibility. Now pitching for Westminster, number 5, Sam Fernandez. 1 win, no losses, a .290 earned run average. He's allowed 4 earned runs in 9 2/3 innings pitched. He's walked 3 men and struck out 13. He's trying to shut the Conquerors down here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 1/3 innings pitched for Jack Barrett. The runner at third is Brian Munoz. He singled his way aboard. Dawson Feetsam's at second. He reached on an error. Chad Ragland put down a sacrifice bunt to advance both runners, and Austin Martin at the plate looking to cut the deficit in half. A base hit could score 2. There's 1 out. Nobody holding Feetsam close, so he can get a good lead and a pitch in there for a strike. Sam Fernandez, the third pitcher for the Westminster Warriors. No balls and a strike to Martin, and the pitch grounded towards third, and it gets through. 1 run will score. Feetsam had to hold up, and now he's around third. He will score, and Martin rounding second, a big turn, but he will go back, and that is a 2-run double down the line for Austin Martin.
Now, up to bat for the Conquerors.
10-8, the Conquerors have cut the deficit in half. Runner at second, 1 out for the first baseman, Dylan Simmons. Those runs charged to Jack Barrett. Feetsam's run is unearned, but it is on the board. So 2 earned runs in 2 1/3 for Barrett. Dylan Simmons at the plate. Potential tying run. And the pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. Fernandez from the stretch. And the pitch is in the dirt, and a good block by Melendez. Martin got a good jump as if to head to third. Thought better of it. And the pitch is downstairs, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Dylan Simmons. 1 for 3 with a run scored. This pitch in the dirt, and another one blocked by the catcher Melendez. He's done that all afternoon. Only 1 has gotten by. It resulted in a run scored, however. Simmons way ahead, 3-1. Sam Fernandez in relief of Barrett. And time called. Xavier has jumped out to a 20-10 lead over Florida State at the 10:46 mark of the first half. Number 3, Florida State Seminoles playing number 11, Xavier. And the pitch from Fernandez is ball 4, and the tying run is aboard.
Dylan Simmons draws the base on balls. Next up for the Conquerors, number 22.
Tyler Eisenberg, the second baseman. He's 0 for 3. He's been clutch for Coach Morales all season long. He's up there representing the potential lead run. He's homered once this year. Came into today's ball game hitting .345. So far, 0 for 3. Two on, 1 out. The pitch, Eisenberg bunts. Fernandez charges. His throw to first, just in time. Nearly got away, but it's out, number 2.
Eisenberg lays down the sacrifice bunt, moving the runners.
Throw beat Eisenberg by about half a step.
For the Conquerors, number 15.
Good job by Aviles. He went up the ladder to make the catch. So now, runners at second and third. If they score, this ball game is tied, and Logan Nugent is trying to make sure that happens. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error, struck out, and grounded to third. Nugent, good power. Looking just for a base hit now, and the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Conquerors at one point were trailing 10-3. That was as they came to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Since then, they have put up 5 runs to pull to within 2. Now with an opportunity to tie it, it's going to take a 2-out hit from Nugent at this point. Should Nugent reach, Keelan Washington will get a chance next. The 1-0. Downstairs, ball 2. Martin at third, great speed. Look for him to try to score on anything that gets past the catcher. And the pitch, a breaking ball, a good one for a strike. Well, Nugent ahead in the count, 2-0. He was looking for a fastball to drive. So good take, did not jump at the bait, and he has another opportunity ahead in the count, 2-1. High drive into center field, however, Clunin is there to make the play. Well hit, but out. Conquerors get 2 runs, 1 earned. 2 hits and 2 men left. After 6, Westminster leads 10-8. One inning to go, and the Conquerors trail by 2, 10-8. Torres still on the mound. 1 2/3 scoreless innings. Rather make that 2 2/3 scoreless innings.
Number 9, Nicky Perez.
Nicky Perez, a number 9 hitter, will lead things off. Top of the order next, Villar, followed by MJ Melendez. Torres, his job is to keep that score 10-8, give his offense an opportunity to at least tie it up in the bottom of the 7th, possibly walk it off with 3 runs. And the pitch, line drive, well hit into center field, but right at Chad Ragland for out number 1. Perez hit the ball very hard, but there's 1 out.
Down, up to bat, number 7.
Anthony Villar has walked twice. He has homered and grounded back to the pitcher. 1 for 2, RBI, and a run scored officially. And the first pitch misses up and away for ball 1. Here's the pitch, fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Torres, base is empty, working from the stretch, and the pitch outside, ball 2. Xavier now leads Florida State 25-14, 7:51 left in the first half. 2-1 pitch, low and away, ball 3. Three balls and a strike. And that is ball 4. And Villar is aboard. That's the 3rd time today he has walked. First walk issued by Torres, and 1 on, 1 out for the catcher, MJ Melendez. He's 2 for 3, a double, a single, an RBI, sac fly, and a run scored. Good afternoon for the Westminster catcher. It's also been a brick wall behind the plate as well. And the pitch fouled off to the left side. Conquerors had a man up in the bullpen a moment ago. He is headed back to the dugout. The mound in the bullpen is hidden by the dugout, so it could not see who it is. And this one is fouled off. Melendez down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Connor Aldrich, third baseman now for the Conquerors. The 0-2 misses the corner, not by much. And a crowd expressing displeasure at that call. It's 1-2. Villar, the runner at first, 1 away. Line drive, Eisenberg makes the catch, and they will double off the runner. Hit hard, but right at Tyler Eisenberg. He goes to first to double off Villar. And the Conquerors have an opportunity to tie or possibly win in the bottom of the 7th. They need 2 as Westminster leads 10-8. Bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Conquerors. The only time they've led today was after the first inning when they scored 2 to take the lead 2-0. Since then, Westminster scored 10 runs while the Conquerors have scored 6. So Westminster leads 10-8. Sam Fernandez came on in relief of Jack Barrett. It was a save situation when he came in, so if he's able to shut the door, he will pick up the save. Fairweather did not go 4 innings, so Jack Barrett, right now the pitcher of record. Dalton Terrell on the hook for the Conquerors. Keelan Washington will lead things off, followed by Casey Eisenberg and Brian Munoz. So Washington looking to get on base. And the pitch in the dirt, ball one. Washington blazing speed. He is not, however, the potential tying run, but a very important man to get on, and this curveball is in there for a strike. Good one by Sam Fernandez. One ball, one strike. Fernandez works from the stretch. Looper into left field. It is carrying, but left fielder Max Pinto runs it down. Had a gust of wind right as that ball traveled out towards Pinto. He stayed with it, and there's one out. Washington gave it a pretty good ride. And it brings up K.C. Eisenberg. He is 1 out of 3. Ball traveled a lot further than it looked like off the bat, and a nice job by Pinto to run it down. Pitch is in the dirt, 1 away. K.C. Eisenberg ahead, 1 ball, no strikes. And this one is on the corner for strike 1. One to the senior K.C. Eisenberg, and a breaking ball just misses the outside corner. Warrior fans wanted that one, but it's 2-1. Remember, Trinity Baptist College baseball here Monday afternoon at 2 p.m. This pitch popped up. Shortstop Villar behind the bag for out number 2. We'll have that game for the Eagles on tbceagles.com. They're taking on Johnson University, making the trip down from Knoxville, Tennessee. Brian Munoz has had a very good day. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 1 driven in, and a sacrifice bunt. He moved over to left field when Aldrich came in to play third base. And this one, a curveball. 1 ball, no strikes. Aldrich is waiting on deck for his opportunity. This one misses up and in. 2-0. Munoz can run. Should he reach, Connor Aldrich would represent the potential tying run. Big gap in right center, and the pitch, a beautiful breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. This game coming up on the 3-hour mark. Remember, we had a delayed start. We had a very nice pregame ceremony as well. And this one in there for strike 2. The Believe Foundation, sponsored by the Parson family, to make a donation. Go to your Facebook page and search Believe Foundation and look for information on how you can donate to battle childhood cancer. And the pitch, line drive and a base hit. 3rd hit of the afternoon for Munoz, and the Conquerors are still alive. Right up the middle. Connor Aldrich at the plate. His first at bat. He's batting in the place of Dawson Feetsum. Christian Noble started as a number 9 hitter. Aldrich 250 on the season, 6 out of 24. He's driven in 3. Conquerors have a runner at first. Aldrich representing the tying run at the plate. However, there are 2 out. Fernandez trying to shut the door. And the pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Top of the order is next, Ragland. Got possibly one more chance to update Xavier and Florida State. Number 11 Xavier leads 27-22 with 5:42 left in the half. Fernandez with the pitch. A breaking ball misses for ball 2. Chad Ragland on deck. He's 3 for 3. So he's been in the zone today. And Aldrich trying to get the batting order turned over to Ragland. 2-0, the pitch on the corner for strike 1. 2-1, 2 outs. Munoz good speed at first. Good lead for Munoz. Fernandez with the pitch. This one's downstairs and it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Aldrich well ahead in the count. And Fernandez with the 3-1. A breaking ball misses, ball 4. And the tying run is aboard. Second walk from Sam Fernandez. Chad Ragland has 2 singles, an RBI double, and a sacrifice bunt. So a great day at the plate. He's looking for one more good pitch to hit. Haven't started the at-bat yet, but center fielder Dylan Clunan shading Ragland to hit the other way. And the right fielder Perez close to the line, so a lot of room in the gap for Ragland, and the pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Austin Martin waiting for an opportunity. He would hit next should Ragland keep this inning alive. 1 ball, no strikes. And this one called on the corner, 1-1. Not the pitch Ragland was looking for, so a good take. Ragland, a good spray hitter. He'll go to all fields. Very fast, has a chance to beat out a ground ball. Fernandez delivers the 1-1. High pop fly. Shortstop Villar is there, and that's the ball game. Final score, Westminster Christian 10, Trinity Christian 8. Terrific action-packed ball game. The winning pitcher, Jack Barrett, in relief, 2 1/3 innings. He allowed 2 earned runs, 3 total. 5 hits, he walked 1. Sam Fernandez picks up the save. And Dalton Terrell takes the loss for the Conquerors. 10-8. That brings us to the end of the 2017 Bob Watkins Tournament of Champions. We want to thank all of our teams involved, both here at Trinity Christian and crosstown at Providence. For Dean Bureau working the camera, I'm Ray Bureau. On behalf of everyone here at TCA, saying good night, God bless you from Trinity Christian Academy. Final score, Westminster Christian 10, Trinity Christian 8. Terrific action-packed ball game. The winning pitcher, Jack Barrett, in relief, 2 1/3 innings. He allowed 2 earned runs, 3 total. 5 hits, he walked 1. Sam Fernandez picks up the save. And Dalton Terrell takes the loss for the Conquerors. 10-8. That brings us to the end of the 2017 Bob Watkins Tournament of Champions. We want to thank all of our teams involved, both here at Trinity Christian and crosstown at Providence. For Dean Bureau working the camera, I'm Ray Bureau. On behalf of everyone here at TCA, saying good night, God bless you from Trinity Christian Academy.